Happy New Year. Gold had a fantastic start to the new year. Gold has just been rising up from the day one of this year. It just kept on rising. So let's find out, what kind of opportunities are available there. Thanks for joining me here. My name is Vic. I'm the founder of Vikinsa Capital Management. We are going to analyze XAUUSD gold. So stay tuned. As this is the start of the new year, we'll start from the higher time frame and do complete top-down analysis. So this is a 12-month time frame, and what we see is that this is the current candle of this new year of 2023. The market just started to go up. There was no absolutely nothing coming down. There was no bearish pressure at all from the day one. Okay, this is a very good start. However, it is usually very hard to sustain. What happens there is, if a candle starts to go suddenly up, right, usually it tries to come back down to the previous point. So there is a possibility that market may come back to its open, original open position, open level of this current year. So that's what you can find out. Now what the market currently trying to do is actually trying to go up, and there will be a lot of levels which it can which can act as a resistance, because this thing because you see market has fallen down from here. It tried to go up, it fell down from here, and this is also the market was falling from top. Now when it will try to go upwards, there will be a lot of resistance, there will be a lot of supply which can try to push the market down. However, it is trying, and it may reach one of those levels before it starts to take a little bit of correction, and it may come down to starting point of the niche of the starting point of this candle. So this is what we have on 12-month time frame. Now let's go to the 6 months time frame. Now if I go to 6 months time frame, this entire thing is nothing but huge consolidation sort of thing, and huge indecision as well. Market went up and then fell down, then tried double bottom, then went up, then got shot down, went down, got shot down, and now it is trying to go back up again. So this is the whole thing is indecision, because the market goes up, falls down, goes up. So it's unreadable on this particular time frame. This is kind of range running, which is a huge range, but it is still running inside a range. Okay. Now after this, if I go to the 3 months time frame, this is where it starts to look slightly interesting. Now, I've been talking about this in my previous analysis as well. We had a W pattern here, okay, and W pattern. After the W pattern, what we have got is actually another W pattern here in the middle of it, which we have been trading for a long time. Then market fell down, and once the market fell down, now what usually happens is that market creates an M pattern. So the market could be going in here somewhere, and it can form an M pattern. This can also happen, this could have also happened if the market had fallen directly from there, but that has not happened. The market started to go up, so it may go to one of those levels here and then start to form an M pattern. However, if it actually closes above this, if it just violates this previous high, right, then that theory will not be applicable. But until then, there is still a possibility that market can form an M pattern, and we are looking at 3 months time frame, so that may take months and years. Now if I go to the 2 months time frame, on 2 months time frame, this is looking this candle is a bullish engulfing candle, which is very very strong and very nice. Now what why it was suddenly this big move is because this was a kind of this is what we call as in our FCPM methodology, bad behavior. But the market just kept on falling, it wasn't taking any trade. So when the correction comes, it is usually very large. So when the correction came, it was very large. Now this correction usually can go to a little higher, it can come somewhere around here. Okay, but there are three important levels when this happens. One around here, which it has passed, second one is just about to approach, and third one is around here. Okay, so these are the three important levels which are to be monitored. We monitored around here and we capitalized on that. Now second one is just about to reach, right, where it can take correction. Then there will be a third one, usually it tries to go to the third one. Okay, but the second one is also very important. Okay, so now let's go to the monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, again, it's the same thing. So if the market was falling down like this, now it is trying to go and form the similar sort of structure. And as I said, one level, two level is just about, second level is about to approach, and third level is approximately around here. Okay. But once it has reached, and if it starts to form a correction, if it starts to give correction, then it is expected to form an M pattern like this. And if it comes and closes beyond this particular previous high, okay, this one, the previous candle's high, then it won't be it won't form that M pattern. If I go to the weekly time frame, now weekly time frame is very, very interesting at the moment. Okay, um, because we are right here in a supply zone. Okay, this is a weekly supply zone, so the market is expected to fall for at least 1 week. There will be bearish candle, so it can be next week, or it can try to go slightly above this, to that second level which I mentioned, above that supply zone, second level, and then start to fall. So this is going to be very important area, because if you are trying to go long, okay, ideally, you should not be looking for swing sort of position where you open the position for a few days. No, the idea should be that you take the long if you have got the opportunity, and get out after taking shallow profits or partial profits, because we are in a supply zone and we are fast approaching that second important level. So that is why this can be an important thing. Another thing to note here is, structure wise, we also have this W pattern forming, and this can lead us into slightly higher, the third level here. Okay, but before that, we also have a smaller W pattern, which is right here, and it is about to complete slightly above this supply zone. So if it goes above the supply zone, then that can be that second target, second level, and that extended W pattern gives us the third target around here. Okay, so these are the three things, three levels which you should be aware of. Now on daily time frame, this structure, if you have been monitoring this particular structure, you can see that this is kind of forming a channel or wedge, whatever you want to call it, and this is not a very strong sort of pattern, because it is it's just it wants, it is just dragging its feet, goes up, down, goes up, down, goes up, down, goes up, down. So overall the price is going up, that is fine, right? We can't argue with that, but this is not a very strong pattern. So whenever the price will touch one of those levels, it is possible that and if it finds momentum, then it can come down to touch the bottom of this particular channel. This is quite a possibility. However, this channel can keep on going until it reaches either just above the supply zone or that third level that I mentioned. Okay, so I'll show you these levels here a little bit later. So now this is what we had here on daily time frame. Now let's go back to our original analysis. Now that analysis is still valid. The levels are still valid. So if I open that, this is how it is looking. You can take a screenshot of this, or you can refer to this video, or otherwise I will post the screenshot in our free Telegram channel. You're most welcome to join there. You'll find the description of that Telegram channel in, you'll find the link to that Telegram channel in the description of this video. Okay, so what we have here is, so the market is is was in FCP zone here, and that's why this candle actually fell down. Okay, so there was a good chance that market was going to fall down, and now last week the market actually came and closed above this trend line and above this FCP zone. Now what it will try to do is possibly go to this FCP zone, okay, which is just above that supply line, and there are two gaps available here. One is 1884 and the 1906. There are two gaps available here. One of the gaps was here, which has been filled. Okay, now this market never leaves any kind of gaps open, so at some point in time this is going to fill all of these gaps. Doesn't matter whether it takes months or years, but it will fill all these gaps. So now it can try to go to this FCP zone. We have two gaps available, and we also have a trend line again there. So this is near about that third level, and second level is approximately around here. Then we also have a new gap available around 1823, which is the start of the new year. Okay, so the market can actually come down to fill that gap up. Ultimately, whenever this market will try to fall, okay, it will try to take out this liquidity area, because that is what it has been this has been engineered on purpose, because at some point in time it is going to fall. And this thing is also just as I said, this is just is it is being engineered to go to a certain level before it starts to take it fall. And when it will fall, all those levels below the curve, below the price action, like in these levels, they can act as your support, and they can also act as your profit targets if you're taking shorts. Okay, so for now, because this we are right there inside the NFCP zone, we are very close to the FCP zone. So if you're getting a good opportunity to go long on gold, you can go for it, but do not think gold is going to go all the way to this level or this level. Take one step at a time, as I always say. So what you have to do is just if you get interested in buying gold, then make sure that you are aware that you are in a supply zone and it can fall. So what you should do is go for little move and then get out, or at the most on the touch of this FCP zone, get out, because it can also act as resistance. If you want to hold your position for a long position, then go up to this trend line, and maybe at the this gap level as well. Okay, beyond this we will have to reanalyze. Okay, and also we have to look at these patterns. Now this is not the premium analysis. However, in premium analysis there are much better levels, much more predefined levels, and because we use multiple techniques to actually generate that analysis, that is going to be far more accurate. However, this one is also not bad, right? You should uh, they should also still give you enough idea what gold is trying to do, right? Okay, let's look at water and visage as well. So if I come here, so water and visage right now, what we can see is that gold is actually bullish. Why? Because we have um, this is as blue, and then we have everything is kind of blue at the moment. This is blue at the moment, and on the monthly time frame we have this target, which is close to the third level that I mentioned. But it may or may not reach there, because we have this current month candle and it has to close before we can see that this target has been finalized. So this target is not finalized as of yet, so you cannot just take it. It's you can simply ignore it. It's not finalized. Right. So, but we are seeing that it is at the moment bullish, and we are aware of that already. Now, if I go to the weekly time frame, this is where it looks very interesting. So, if I come here, what I see is that okay, the market is bullish right now, and it has been bullish. The blue is here. Okay, overall trend is still kind of bearish, because you see the water curve is actually kind of red, but it is trying to do what? It is trying to reach this target here. Okay, it has met the first target and it is trying to reach the second target, and that target is slightly above this particular supply zone. So this is what I was talking about, right? This is also saying that there is a level which can market can reach, and then it can take little bit of correction because it's getting just way too extended, and at the same time we are in a FCP zone. Now this correction may not go all the way down to this level again. Just read one step at a time, so it can just come to the starting point of the year candle, right? This is where it can come down to, because there is a gap available. So that is one. And if it starts to pick up momentum, then it can come down to the start of this wedge here. Cool. So this is what we have on Vata and Visage as well, which is also supporting our analysis, and it is also giving us a very good signal here. Okay, so this was our analysis on gold XAUUSD. Hope you enjoyed this analysis. If you have found this useful, right, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and share it with other traders, because that's how we reach out to other traders as well. That's how we can help more traders. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.